Oh yeah, we're going back. We're going back to the rat hole. Alright, so hello again vinyl community, Matt here, and I have returned from the rat hole, my new favorite record store, as I mentioned in my last video about them. So let's take a look at what I got. Now this is actually, to be honest, a combination of two visits. I went there midweek as well. Yeah, kind of an obsession. So let me start off by showing you what I got today, and I'll tell you how much everything cost as well. And I think I got some pretty good stuff. Most of this was in the $1.88 section in the bargain bins. This is the stack that I got today. Yeah, let's get going. Donna Summer, on the radio, Greatest Hits 1 and 2, $1.88. On the famous Casablanca label, it's got all the classics on it. I Feel Love on the radio, Love to Love You Baby, Last Dance, MacArthur Park, Hot Stuff, Bad Girls, for $1.88. And come on, it's in really nice condition too. And in fact, most all of these are in really nice condition. Next up, Eddie Money self-titled, still in the shrink. This is actually an upgrade copy. I already have it, but for less than $2, I thought I got to pick it up again. My previous copy, although the vinyl was okay, the sleeve was pretty bad. So yeah, again, for $1.88, why not? Next up, we have an album that I've been wanting for a little while. That is Men at Work, Cargo. I do have their Business as Usual album, which is probably their most well-known one, just because it contains Who Can It Be Now and Down Under. But like I said, I've wanted this for a while. It's funny, I used to see it all the time at thrift stores, and then finally when I decided I wanted it, I didn't see it anymore. But let's see, I don't know many of the songs on here, but I do know Overkill. That's a really good song. Again, $1.88, absolutely. Alright, best of the Alan Parsons Project. I do have this on CD, but again, for $1.88, I'm not going to pass it up on vinyl. I do like Alan Parsons, but I only have, I think, iRobot. I think it's the only one album that I have. So it's kind of nice to cover a lot of the bases with the greatest hits right here. Next up, an album that's been on my wish list for a little while. So again, very pleased to get it for $1.88. That is McCartney 2. Surprising to see a Paul McCartney album for that kind of price, but hey, this has Coming Up on it. I don't know if I know any of the other songs on it, to be absolutely honest with you. Maybe On the Way, maybe, but yeah, Coming Up was the big hit. So this will be a nice addition to my Paul McCartney collection. $1.88, you know. Okay, next up we have a record that he had a lot of copies of, and it's one I already have on cassette, and that is hang on, I always get this. I always pronounce this wrong. In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, right? Is that right? Yeah, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. I Am Butterfly. I always want to say something like In-A-Baba-Da-Vida, but anyway, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. Yeah, like I mentioned, I had this on cassette. This is still in the shrink with the hype stickers, not hype stickers, just the price stickers on it from back in the day. It's not an original pressing. It's on the later yellow Atco label, so it's probably a 70s pressing. But again, this is $1.88. Yeah, he had several copies of these. And in fact, I got to talking to another guy in the store who I guess is an employee. He was putting out records and helping sort them. And I just said, so you guys are crazy selling some of these for $1.88. You know, this isn't a $100 record, but it's probably a $5 to $10 record. I just thought it was kind of crazy. But anyway, what do I know? Next up, another record that I've been wanting for a little while, that is Bat Out of Hell by Meatloaf. Gregory Short picked this up, I think from the same store, from the Rat Hole, is what he was saying. I think he showed it in one of his videos. I'm not sure what he paid, if it was $1.88 or what, but yeah, this is $1.88, and very nice condition. It's got some great songs on it. Bat Out of Hell, of course, the title track, but 2 Out of 3 Ain't Bad, You Took the Words Right Out of My Mouth, and Paradise by the Dashboard Light, which I think is a very clever song. I've always liked it. So very pleased to pick this up on vinyl, especially in such a nice condition. And then the final one that I got today was the Best of the Spencer Davis Group. Now this one I paid a little bit more for. It was somewhere between $5 and $6. I think he originally told me like $8. We added everything up, and I had 7 $1.88 records, and then I said, I'll give you 20 for the lot, including this, and so he said fine. Spencer Davis Group, of course. I know several of the songs on here. I'm a Man, Keep on Running, Give Me Some Lovin'. So yeah, and this was Steve Winwood, right? I think. Yeah, Steve Winwood was the lead singer. the Spencer Davis group. So you know, later went on to have a successful solo career, but yeah, very, very pleased to pick this up. Okay, now as I mentioned, I also went to the Rat Hole midweek as well, several days ago, and I think I got some more pretty good stuff. So let's take a look. Air, Moon Safari. This is a great album. Great album from, what was it, 95 or 96 or something? It doesn't say. Somebody will tell me. Maybe it's slightly later than that, like 97 or 98. But anyway, I do have it on CD, but for $9.99, I couldn't pass it up on vinyl. And he said to me, you know, there's a slight scuff on one of the tracks, which there was. It wasn't really feelable, but it was visible. And he said, Chris, the owner of the store, he said, you know, if it skips, you can just bring it right back, no problem. And I gave it a playthrough, and it sounded fine. It didn't skip. It's a little noisy right at the start, but that clears up pretty quickly. And yeah, that's a really good price, $10 for that. Very pleased with that. This next one was $9. That is Otis Redding, The Dock of the Bay. It's a greatest hits album of sorts. Released in 1968. It's on Atlantic, and of course it's got Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, which, you know, was his biggest hit, I suppose. I Love You More Than Words Can Say. I don't know if I know any of the other songs. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a big Otis Redding connoisseur, but I do like his voice, and I just thought for $9, there were several albums that he offered me for $9. You see, I mentioned this in my last video about the Rat Hole, but it's only been in business, you know, a couple of weeks, so everything's still being organized and sorted. A lot of things don't have price stickers on yet, and things are kind of in the wrong place. Like that Spencer Davis group one I just showed you. That was actually in the $1.88 section. He said, yeah, sorry, that shouldn't have been put there. Anyway, which is fine, I understand. And so anyway, I pulled out several records midweek, and I didn't know how much he wanted for them. This was one of them. There was an Aretha Franklin I was really tempted by as well, because it had Son of a Preacher Man on it. There was a Marvin Gaye one I was tempted by. You know, and I just kind of said, nah, it's going to get too expensive. So I settled on Otis Redding, and I'm glad I did. I gave it a quick listen. It sounds great. Procol Harum, self-titled. I do already have this. This is an upgrade copy. Mine skips. This is in beautiful condition, other than the fact that it has a corner cut, so it's probably discounted at some point. Really in fabulous condition. I was look how clean that is. Super pleased to pick that up. And then I got $3.88 records as well. The Best of the Guess Who. Still in the shrink. Still got the price sticker on it. This is in the Best Buy series, so this wouldn't presumably be an original pressing. I wouldn't have thought. No, in fact, it even says here, previously released. But $1.88, and of course, you know, it's got American Woman on it. Share the Land. Just, yeah. And speaking of Gregory Short, yeah, he's been on kind of a Guess Who kick. He's probably already got this album. I know he's got several of their studio albums by now. Also, I picked up The Waitresses, also for $1.88. Wasn't Tomorrow Wonderful? I think that's the name of the album. Hang on. Yeah, Wasn't Tomorrow Wonderful. Early 80s new wave or slightly alternative post-punk band. I Know What Boys Like, which is on the hype sticker here. That was the big hit off of that album. And then finally, I got another soundtrack. You saw last time I picked up the Back to the Future and Raiders of the Lost Ark soundtracks. I was really pleased to find this too. Top Gun soundtrack. Still in the shrink. Still got most of the hype sticker on it. It's got a tear at the bottom. Still got the original price sticker on it, $9.39. And it is in just fantastic condition. For $1.88, you know, Kenny Loggins and Loverboy, Cheap Trick, Berlin, Harold Faltermeyer, Miami Sound Machine, Tina Marie. So, yeah, you got to pick that up for less than $2, right? Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. Maybe you guys can kind of see why I'm really digging this store. and I feel like I've barely scratched the surface with it, really. There's so many records in there. It's a small store, but it's just packed. And he was saying that he's got 20,000 more in storage that he's going to be bringing in. I don't know where he's going to put them all. I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how he expands. He does have another room, but I'm not too sure if that's technically part of the store or an employee area, or if he's just going to use that for storage, or maybe he'll be able to expand and put some of the records in there. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing these and seeing some more footage of the rat hole. You know, I think it's nice to be able to promote a new local business. And I mean, he did actually. I was going to say not that you know, not that my humble YouTube channel is gonna make a huge difference there, but he did say actually that he'd had somebody come in from Huntington Beach who said they had seen the video that I made. So that was great. I think I know who it is, but so that was nice to know. And I think one or two other people commented on my last video that they were thinking about going in. So please do. I do encourage you to do it. It's here in Riverside, California. You have to know where to find it. It's not visible from the street, or at least barely. But it's on Yelp. It's on Google Maps, I think. So you know it's on Magnolia Avenue in Riverside if you wanna look it up. But I would really encourage you to go there and give Chris your business, because it's definitely the best record store that I've come across for some time. So anyway, that's enough of the plug. That's it. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please comment or subscribe below. Hit the bell icon if you'd like to receive notifications whenever I post a new video. Thank you as always for watching, and until next time, bye bye.